The state awards ceremony was held at Akorda on the eve of Independence Day in Kazakhstan. By the decree of President of Kazakhstan, people who made a significant contribution to socio-economic and cultural development and strengthening the friendship between nations are awarded. Representatives of the manufacturing industry, business, education, healthcare and military, as well as law enforcement officials, athletes, war and labor veterans, cultural and science workers have been given an award with the titles of Otan, Barış, Parasat and Dostық. The title of the honored worker of Kazakhstan was awarded to 36 prominent people in science and culture.
Ең алдымен баршаңызды еліміздің ең басты мерекесі, қасиетті тәуелсіздік күнімен шын жүректен құттықтаймын.
First of all, with all my heart, I would like to congratulate Kazakhs on the main national holiday, the Independence Day. It has been 28 years since we became a sovereign state. There is nothing more important to us than this date and holiday. Independence is a priceless wealth of our nation. Thanks to the wise policy of Nursultan Nazarbayev, our generation has made dream come true. Our ancestors left us great legacy. It's our sacred duty to be faithful to the heritage. The heroism of soldiers who fought for freedom of the country and people will never be forgotten.
Азаттық үшін алысып, ел үшін жан пида еткен батырлардың ерлігі ешқашан ұмытылмайды.
The Assembly of People of Kazakhstan has granted public and state awards. On the eve of the Independence Day in Kazakhstan, it's common that a number of Kazakh citizens are treated with special respect. Members of the Assembly, ethno-cultural associations, as well as representatives of creative and research areas were awarded reinforcement of inter-ethnic cooperation and the active public citizenship, with titles such as Құрмет, Ерен еңбегі үшін and Бірлік gold medals, as well as Жомарт жан and Мейірім badges.
Еңбек еленіп атса қуану керек, солай болу да керек деп ойлаймын.
It's good when our hard work is recognized. I think that is the right way. Meanwhile, I think that the award and the given respect will be a good start for new initiatives and higher achievements. There is a saying that people who are united have accomplishments. If we are united, we can guarantee the independence of our state and strength of the walls.
Ұзақтығына, қабырғасының беріктігіне үлкен кәміл сенуге болады.
New multidisciplinary hospitals will be built in Kazakhstan. The projects will be implemented as part of the State Health Development Program, designed for 2020 until 2024. The European Bank for Reconstruction and Development will take part in the modernization of healthcare infrastructure in the country. The Memorandum of Cooperation was signed in London by Kazakh Prime Minister Askar Mamin and EBRD President Suma Chakrabarti.
The many speeches given at the 14th round of Astana process have been cited all over the world. Experts said that negotiations of the international session, which has been completed recently, were productive. Former member of European Parliament Andrei Mamykin said that the Astana process platform is used to unite the representatives of all interested parties, including members of the Syrian government and the armed opposition, at one negotiating table. He added that the ceasefire at the de-escalation zones in Syria was achieved due to the negotiations held in the capital of Kazakhstan. The Astana platform in Nur-Sultan turned out to be more effective and productive as compared to the Geneva format. I think that it was the right decision of ours to adopt the small steps strategy which were introduced by Kazakh diplomats. This has made a huge contribution because there are thousands of lives behind each of the punctuation mark in the agreement, and these precious lives are saved thanks to the diplomatic work of the Astana process. A journalist from Greece also shared his opinion. He said that Kazakhstan has become a neutral platform for peace negotiations.
В Казахстане, поскольку я знаю очень большой опыт совместного проживания.
I know that Kazakhstan has a huge experience in managing the joint cohabitation of many different nations. This is important and useful for Syria, which is a country where different religions and nations coexisted peacefully. Unfortunately, all of this was destroyed because of the involvement of well-known forces and states.
С участием небезызвестных сил и государств все это было испорчено.
South Korean companies are exploring and extracting hydrocarbons at 3 fields located in Aktobe, Atrau and Mangistau regions in Kazakhstan. The exploration and extraction works are completed at 27 sites in 16 different countries. President of Korea Gas Corporation Hee Bong-chae said that natural gas is an important fuel and strategic resource, and the demand for it is increasing, although the world is switching to clean energy. He also said that our country imports 94% of energy resources, which are very important for us. Furthermore, we can overcome the energy crisis and achieve stability within the country by developing foreign resources.
Large retail chains from Russia have expressed interest to cooperate with clothing manufacturers in Kyrgyzstan. 26 Russian companies have recently visited Bishkek to meet with the representatives of the light industry.
Они были удивлены нашими
They were surprised by our standards, the way we make these items. We showcase our quality, our equipment, as well as a marketing video about our company. We also showcase the working conditions of our employees and what we can offer to the companies, including design services. Thus, we can create any design of clothes under their brand.
под их марку можем создать любой дизайн одежды.
Clothing manufacturing factories have been cooperating with Russian companies for a long time. However, the recent focus is more on trade in hypermarkets and stores.
Наша продукция в основном экспортируется в Россию.
Our products are mainly exported to Russia. At the end of these meetings, our enterprise will operate at full capacity. Our colleagues are ready to cooperate with large volumes. We have big companies that are ready to place large orders. We have everything for that, including material and technical base. We are ready.
Есть все, и материально-техническая база. Мы готовы.
Мы предлагаем дальше продолжать эту практику.
Our suggestion is to continue this practice, and we will analyze the result of the meeting until the end of December. As a result, we can organize a meeting separately. In general, our goal is to increase the local expertise as well as introduce the Kyrgyz and Russian businesses with each other. Uzbekistan's transport potential may significantly increase after it become a member of the Eurasian Economic Union. Experts estimated that the country's participation in Union would reduce its cost of logistics by 30% and attract new transit traffic. This will then increase the volume of transit goods from the current 2 million tons to between 10 million and 12 million tons. In addition, Uzbekistan will also be able to use the EA-EU transport and communications systems, which provide the shortest routes between Europe and Asia. President of Turkmenistan has made an offer to Central Asian countries to use the country's ports. The operation would provide an opportunity for the countries that do not have direct access to the oceans to export their products to Europe, Russia, and Caucasus. The Turkmen president also said that the potential of the intra-regional transport links is not being fully utilized. Kazakhstan, Russia, and Belarus have introduced a single market for tourism services. The services will provide an opportunity for traveling companies to operate in the three countries without creating an additional legal entity and applying to be enlisted in the register of service providers of other countries. The youth in Turkestan opined that the Year of Youth events will be continued next year. The new program, introduced by the President of Kazakhstan, emphasized the need for a comprehensive approach to provide the young people with quality education, employment, and affordable housing. In addition, current global trends and the needs of the youth should be included in the program. Turkestan region has a population of more than 500,000 youth. The number of young volunteers has increased to 10,000 this year.
Қазіргі таңда Түркістан бойынша
Currently, there are more than 15 volunteer clubs in Turkestan region. The volunteer clubs are divided into different areas, such as charity and organization of intellectual and sports events. Hence, the volunteers are involved in the organization of these events. Next year, 70% of the forums and events are planned to be dedicated to the Year of Volunteer.
жылдарына арналған форумдар, акциялармен өтпекші.
Uniting Countries, a diplomatic photo exhibition dedicated to the Independence Day of Kazakhstan, has opened in the capital city. The unique exhibition, sponsored by the United Nations, showcases a series of documentary and archival exhibits in the Kazakh National Museum. These are photographs from historical diplomatic meetings with countries such as India, Korea, Kuwait, China, Morocco, France, and the United Arab Emirates, as well as informative videos presented by the embassies participating in the event. According to the organizers of the exhibition, each photo tells about the most significant events in the history of the development of diplomatic relations between Kazakhstan and foreign countries.
Kazakhstan
in the international arena is perceived as a generator of stability, a model of prosperity and dynamic state development. In addition, one of the most important achievements is that our country is recognized as the leader of the global anti-nuclear movement. I'm sure that this exhibition will garner a great interest among the guests.
Грамоталары осы көрмеде қойылған.
An animated film festival was held in Kazakhstan for the first time. The event was organized as a tribute to the honored Soviet director, animator, and artist Amen Khaydarov. More than 80 films have been submitted for the Amen Animation Film Festival, of which 51 were selected by the jury. These films were reviewed for 9 nominations. The event was attended by the honorary guests Galina Dusenko and Ernst Beysaitov. I am very glad that this festival carries the name of Amen Khaydarov. He devoted his whole life to the children. He wanted to have more animation film festivals to be held in the country. It is not true that there is no animation film in Kazakhstan. During the festival, Kazakh animated films were shown on the big screen. For example, the film It, which means dog, has won awards in international competitions. The recently released Coco is a full-length 85-minute film. The production had lasted for 4 years. The production cost was estimated at $250 million. Usually, we have to finish filming in 1 year. One of the projects we had taken 2.5 years. This is a high-quality film. Animation is a powerful tool that educates the future generation. The Amen Animation Film Festival has become a professional platform which aims to contribute to the future of national animation.
Traditional music performers from all over Karaganda region gathered at the Sarkılmaz Kazına Festival recently. Words of various Kazakh music and poems were presented by famous Kuyshi, Jurshi and Termeshi at the festival. The event was organized as part of the modernization of Kazakhstan's identity program.
Бұл фестивальға Жанғали Жүзбай,
Young musicians performed at the festival along with famous dombra players. They had an opportunity to perform on stage. It is not a competition, but a demonstration of talents and skills of our participants. We want these creative contests to be held regularly.
Сабақтастығын үзбей жеткен жыр, терме де орындалатын болады.
The audience enjoyed the sounds of different folk instruments such as dombra, kobuz and jetigen. Performers of the Kazakh traditional music presented the works of different genres of music and poets using these instruments. The Jibek key is well developed in our region. All of the members of my family perform keys. My wife and son perform with the Tattimbet Orchestra. We are the promoters of traditional folk art. The concert program ended with the key tartыс competition of dombra players. The festival participants performed cues continuously. The performing techniques, sound accuracy, as well as staging and acting performances are considered as very important skills in the competition.